Good morning, everyone. Abbott, in association with Biospectrum, welcomes you to today's webinar on ensuring compliance and efficiency through powerful instrument integration. Well, more than ever, laboratories need solutions to help them efficiently capture and parse documents and data, reducing the tedious, time consuming, and error prone manual data entry. For organizations considering a digital transformation strategy, the scientific data management system can be a key element when it comes to moving away from paper based documents while keeping data integrity. Well, in this webinar, you will learn more about how StarLIMS STMS can support your organization through powerful instrument integration. And to do so with us, we have two experts with us from Abbott, Mr. Pradeep Nagisetti and Vijay Kiran Madhubushini. Well, let me welcome them on the floor here. And before I do so, a brief intro about the two experts that we have here. Mr. Pradeep Nagisetti has a diversified 19 years of experience of global in healthcare IT, pharma IT, lab automation, and lab compliance practice. For the last 5 years, Pradeep has supported the development and growth of markets like India and subcontinent manufacturing and R&D labs to adopt the global best practices. And joining him here is Mr. Vijay Kiran Madhubushini, who is the business consultant at Abbott Informatics StarLIMS. Now, Vijay has over 11 years of experience in enterprise level lab automation solutions, implementations in life sciences and healthcare domain. So, I'm handing over the floor to Mr. Pradeep now.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for placing me well. I hope all of you can see me well and then my screen as well, right? Hit platform, Vijay. Okay. So I would like to do a quick fact check and also give a brief background about lab information systems in general. So the lab information systems has been in existence for the last 40 plus years with the various commercially off the shelf systems, homegrown systems, and then there's a lot of hybrid systems as well available in the market today. If you categorize them into multiple major categories such as LIMS, ELNs, STMS, chromatography data systems, and other IT infrastructure systems. So all put together is what we call it as lab informatics tools or lab informatics capabilities today we have in the market. So when you look closely, LIMS is predominantly for the master management, sample management, your workflow automations, reporting, and many other modules. That includes inventory, your equipment management, calibrations, your user management, role-based access. So LIMS is exclusively built for most of the transactional data and for reporting purpose and workflow automation purpose. Whereas ELN is built for very specific purpose, such as executing your SOPs, methods, depends on, again, are you using in a manufacturing lab, are you using in R&D discovery labs, but predominantly it's used or built to take care of the small, minute steps in every activity that you do in the lab. So it's nothing but keep track of every small step that you perform as a researcher, as an analyst. Whereas SDMS, scientific data management systems, are built for very, very different purpose. They're mostly built to handle the large amount of data, such as data that is generated out of equipments or any other images or any other formats of the data that is produced in your laboratories. So handle those data sets effectively, store them, archive them, and also help you with a long-term storage backups purpose as well. So that's how STMS was built extremely for a different purpose. So the chromatography data systems, they're very few in nature. They usually come from the OEMs, equipment manufacturers. They're mostly designed to network all the instruments that can be seamlessly connected to one chromatography data system, so that there are not many standalone equipments to handle. And also, they also helps you to control the equipments, both in terms of, right from runs creation to creating the QCs and monitoring the runs. And overall, holistically, they help you in controlling the equipment. And some of these chromatography data systems have native capacity of storing the runs information to some extent, if not for the the permanent storage purposes, but they also have some storage and archival capabilities. And the last but not least, purely from the IT infrastructure, there are several homegrown solutions, and your IT and infrastructure departments also employ the other tools like other data management, data archivals, networking, backups, and VR systems. So, in nutshell, if you look at it, there is no system today in the market that helps you to do everything. So there is no system effectively or precisely that you can say it just works for everything. So what I'm trying to reiterate here is every system is for a purpose built. So there's no system ever built for best of the breed, especially for the LIMS and STMS functions. I think most of you realize that, and that is where the current practice, or you can say the best practice in the market today is, either you look at a LIMS and then you try to integrate your equipments with the LIMS systems. So that's one of the common practice. So let's look at the challenges. I would say this is one of the major practice or one of the best practice that all of us think in the market today. I buy a LIMS, I buy an ELN from whoever the vendor is, and then I integrate all my equipments. But when you closely look at it, some of you must have experienced already personally. So you always require more efforts, time, and cost in equipment integration with LIMS and ELNs. Usually, it's 30 to 40% additional investments that goes into integrating equipments with LIMS and ELN. And 70% of the time, the projects fail or they overrun due to the integration challenges with LIMS, because if the LIMS is not built for integration purpose. And most of the data storage stored in the LIMS and ELN systems are equipments and raw data, or sometimes the process data, the big files that you end up storing them in the LIMS and ELN databases versus they're supposed to be for the transactional data. So also many times LIMS and ELN systems can get very slower in terms of performance, and that is majoritarily due to the large database size and database tuning issues, performance issues, because you end up dumping both your files, your images, the videos that you may capture in the laboratory, and also the transactional data, day-to-day data that goes into the LIMS, which is more to do with the workflows and sample management aspect. So this is one of the major reasons why most of the LIMS, irrespective of how they're built and managed, they usually go through the performance and the scalability issues. And there are customers of other type, 30 to 40% of customers that we have seen, they either know of this fact or they are scared of going through this exercise. So they usually avoid integrating equipments with the LIMS, and then they just say we have a LIMS with only for the sample management workflow automation, but with no equipment integrations. So this is another challenge, other type of customers we also see. And last one is, these days, we all understand how important it is to do the computer system validation, right from planning to executing your validation. So it usually takes more than 50% to 60% efforts when you have an integration with the LIMS compared to having just the LIMS validation. So there is definitely additional efforts in terms of both validation planning as well as executing the validation when you integrate equipments with your LIMS. So these are some of the challenges that we have emphasized, we have experienced personally in the market. And also there is another big myth about how is it different from interfacing equipment with LIMS, CDS, and ELN, right? I would like to do a quick fact check by saying many companies, or most of us, feel confident that instrument data from the laboratory is protected in each instrument, such as your CDS, UV, IR, mass specs, and then it is successfully transferred into LIMS manually or a via system linkage, which is nothing but interfacing to such equipments. And most of us believe that it is enough control of the data and no further action is required. So this is one of the biggest myths today that exist for maybe for more than 10 to 20 years. Since then, this integration started taking place. But some of the questions that never been answered are: have you ever reprocessed data on the system of record? What I mean is, when the data is produced from an equipment, have you ever tried to reprocess before the LIMS or ELN systems are directly capture the data? Do you have that facility? Can you enable such controls? How many systems and times does your IT take backup from the various file sources? So be it CDS, be it UV, mass specs or LIMS. So your IT end up taking so many different types of backups, scheduled backups, ad hoc backups, uh, based on the IT policies. So how easy that is, how tedious job is that to have a backup setup for the various systems. Have you ever had a version mismatch of processed data and the reported data? And also the other fact is, how many subsystems do you really maintain in your laboratory today? That's nothing but what we're talking about, the many data lakes. You have several many data lakes within the laboratory, and then you do another IT project to consolidate all the data, bring it back into one consolidated system. So why do you end up doing that today? And what does it cost you in terms of both money, and efforts? And what if your LIMS and CDS is down? So what happens to the data produced by your equipment? So let's say, there is a popular saying, you should never put all your eggs into one basket. So what if you have integrate all your equipments to a single LIMS, and then your day-to-day workflow automation, sample testing, report generation is also happening in LIMS, but at the same time your equipment is also integrated. And what if for some reasons your LIMS goes down, but if the equipments are continue to produce the data, where does the data goes? Have you ever thought about what are the alternatives? I think this is another biggest question that comes again and again. So how many different systems your auditor have to audit for the data? So when you have an internal and external audits, how many different systems that are you exposing to your auditors? Are you exposing your CDS, multiple CDS systems, your standalone equipments, your network equipments, then you have an LIMS, then you have a CDS, then you have your ELNs. How many systems that you really expose to auditors? So by exposing those many systems, what is the risk of going through a non-compliance or non-integrity, or going through an additional scrutiny of the data? How you store the data and how do you manage the data? So these are some of the challenges that all of us need to focus today, and then look at what are the other options. So some of the options are one of the best option today in the market is SDMS. Have an SDMS system running next to your LIMS, and LIMS does its own job of doing a wonderful job of what it is built for. That includes your sample management, workflow automation, report generating, and then you also have a SDMS system that can help you with sharing files across the departments, across the locations, especially if you are a multi-geographic. If you have a lab locations that spread across the country, so how do you really share the files having a one single system? And how do you avoid data entry, especially when it comes to the equipment's integration? And then how do you really search and locate the files? They are stored in a multiple systems. And also, how do you really think of storing this data for a very long term in a single repository, and help you to archive when you need it? And also, another important regulatory compliance, or another extra quality check that most of the customers come back and ask us for is, can I have another extra workflow mechanism where the data is produced from an equipment before it is captured by the LIMS or ELN? Can I have an additional way of reviewing this data before it's pushed to the your LIMS database? So these are some of the challenges that what SDMS systems can help you address. So I would also like to bring up another perspective in terms of what are the different types of SDMS systems that are available in the market today, or what are the practices in terms of scientific data management system. and what are our recommendations being, the solution providers, global and regional solution providers. So you can be as good as doing your manual, uh, um, data management today. That includes papers and prints. You must be taking a lot of prints of the equipment's data, that right from your balance to IVs and URs, yes, and keeps store them into boxes and archive them whenever you need. So one of the major challenge here is the manual data entry and data loss, a potential data loss due to the natural calamities, and also a highest possibility for the down data integrity. And also the labs may not be an absolute efficiency, and you may not have the best turnaround time by following this. But you still be able to face audits, and then you will be uh, in a most compliant environment. But these are some of the challenges that you continue to face if you are a paper based and store them in a boxes and put it in the archivals. Uh, and there could be a semi-automative, or I would say what is the current practice that includes having a multiple systems such as LIM, CDS, network folders, document management systems, and independent equipment storage systems, which is 80 to 90% of the customers today follow this semi-automated or so-called the current practice. So again, here, what you end up doing is, or what you end up achieving is 50 to 60% equipments are interfaced. Usually LIMS system doesn't come with a native integration capabilities. So it's not easy to achieve 90 to 100% of equipment integration. And data is still stored in a lot of local networks before that's being pulled into your LIMS systems. And you still have multiple systems for auditing that includes local network, CDS, and LIMS systems. And another major challenge is most of the LIMS systems are, or I would say all the LIMS systems are built to, identify and process only the process data. They cannot handle the raw data. And raw data, equipment run information, equipment audit trails that are also produced along with the equipment, and you may want to store them and save them and archive them for the future audit purposes or further analysis purpose. So the most of the LIMS system can only grab the data from the final outputs, what you call generally, or the processed files. They would never be able to help you with anything beyond that. And most importantly, your IT will continue to suffer in upgrading, keep up to date with all these multiple systems and taking the backups and setting up ADRs and IT policies on a multiple systems. So this is definitely not the best of the best practice that you can imagine today by having semi-automated or having multiple systems in place. So what could be the best recommendation is about you can certainly have a fully automated SDMS system that can be fully integrated with your LIMS. So that helps you in one tool or one SDMS that handle all types of equipment interfaces, and also helps you in data storage in a single system, a single repository. There are no multiple data lakes or many data lakes, and you can get close to 90 to 100% of equipment interface, because SDMS systems are built for the purpose of integration. So they have a better integration capabilities. So if not 100%, you can get close to 90 to 100% equipment integration capabilities. And SDMS systems are also built for the purpose of directly grabbing the data from the equipment without storing the data into local networks. So there is absolutely no threat of a individual having access to the data into the local networks before they are being pulled to LIMS or to your real systems. And interestingly, SDMS systems, including StarLIMS SDMS, doesn't come with a lot of user interface. They are very lightweight in nature. They work as a backend technology tools, and you have a very less or no user interface to train and adopt as an end users. And SDMS systems can handle both raw data and process data effectively, and no need to replace your current LIMS. So what I mean to say is majority of the times, especially with the StarLimbs STMS, we have a native capacity to integrate with your limbs. Whatever the limbs that you have in place today, you do not have to replace your limbs. You can still have your limbs as it running, and we can interface very well with your limbs using the web services. So we can also help you keep your limbs very lightweight and have only the transactional data stored in the limbs, and all other files, file formats, images, and any other data that is produced across your laboratory can be stored in the limbs. So that there are two different systems meant for very different purposes, and they both talk to each other seamlessly. So you are happy in terms of increasing your laboratory efficiency, and most importantly, increase 8 to 10% of turnaround time, right from data generation to pushing them back into the LIMS systems. And you're always ready for audits using a one data source. You do not need to prepare for your so-called audits today. So those are the major takeaways from having a fully automated and best of the breed STMS and LIMS system working together as a best practice going forward. And what exclusively StarLimbs STMS brings on the table is we can help you to interface with all the types of equipments. We have interfaced with more than 150,000 equipments so far across the industries, across the scientific domains. So we have various integration capabilities. So that would help you to interface with your equipments very effectively. Even if you have some of the legacy equipments, we have ways to help you interface them. And reduce turnaround time right from preparing your samples to collecting the data and passing the information from the equipments, and then store them in a database, LIMS STMS database, StarLimbs STMS database, and then push the data that is required to your LIMS. So the total turnaround time can be brought it down to 8 to 10%. And most importantly, StarLimbs SDMS is designed an enterprise application like other SDMS solutions. So you can have as an enterprise design, enterprise applications running one single SDMS application that's running across your laboratories, irrespective of number of labs, number of equipments, number of files that produce. So you do not require an independent installation on each of your labs or your local networks. And StarLimbs SDMS can also help you as a data storage and retrieval tool for a long-term data storage and retrieval purposes. We also have a wonderful workflow automation tool that helps you to set up multiple review and approval rules. Once the data is produced from an equipment, you'll be able to capture the data, run the files through multiple review and approval process before it gets fully accepted into the database, or it gets pushed, results gets pushed to your LIMS. And last but not least, cost saving at least 40 to 50% of the cost saving by avoiding your IT investments in multiple infrastructures, multiple databases, setting up your backups and DR systems, than investing all your IT infrastructure into one single SDMS enterprise infrastructure. These are some of the benefits, I would say, both in terms of the soft benefits and hard benefits straight away that you end up seeing once you implement StarLimbs SDMS solution. So with that, I would request Vijay to run you all through a data architecture, data flow, and how do we really interface with multiple types of equipments, and most importantly, what are the capabilities to integrate with your LIMS, with StarLimbs SDMS if you already have a LIMS. If not, Vijay will also be showing you how can we just start your lab automation journey with just a StarLimbs SDMS solution, even if you don't have a LIMS. So thank you once again for all your time. Over to Vijay.
Thank you, StarLimbs SDMS. As you can see, StarLimbs standalone SDMS is in the middle of this diagram. On the right side, you can see the various laboratory equipments that generate final result data to send to LIMS. The purpose of the diagram is to show how SDMS captures data from documents and various binary data files and acts as a middleware for direct connectivity to analyzers and other laboratory instruments. Let's work on the piece, file integration piece, which is on the top right. We can see the various files pushed to the network folder and an SDMS grabber. Our SDMS grabber is a pooling application that checks a location on a defined server to see if there are files to be uploaded. Any information that is sent back, pushed from the equipment, all the informations are captured using this grabber device. And we also have a folder packer, which is used to generate these results. Instrument use some intermediate files. So these files are on multiple instrument PCs for both regulatory and CAMFI requirements. These files need regular backups. So currently the customer needs to back every instrument, which is becoming an administrative nightmare. So if this can be automatically archived to a centralized location, it would minimize IT and operational cost to the customer. To meet this, our SDMS has a console auto packer utility, which is a standalone console application. It allows archiving of folders and its content. It monitors the source directly for changes, and once the changes are detected, based on the Windows task scheduler, it packs each directory and moves the content to the grabber incoming folder, which is then uploaded to SDMS. So the benefits of having an auto packer, folder packer is for raw data archiving, raw data restore and time controlled raw data archival of documents based on the original instrument, file structures in a regulatory compliant repository in the event of an audit, or when you need to retrieve the data years down the road. So it will still be available for users to pull out and perform the required actions. Let's move on to a bit more about SDMS solutions. So as an alternative of using shared folders, sometimes we have a provision to support virtual printers interfacing with SDMS. What is a very way within your architecture to set up a Windows service application that can be used as a shared network printer, which allows workstations can access directly or installed as a printer for a single workstation. With this virtual printer application, users can directly print to SDMS subject to your IT policies. Just an idea about when we think of the data acquisition from the serial devices or any file-based devices, the print options can be given from your equipment. So normally coming out for serial devices, like a port-based integration for all serial devices, such as balance, pH meters, and the use of TCP IPR converter. We also support external mobile applications using Starlink's mobility solutions to satisfy the capturing the results from such devices. We have more details that I'll be presenting in the upcoming slide. So once we move on with these actions, there are a couple of events and triggers which Starlink's SDMS handles when pushing the data to LIMS. On the left hand side, we can have a look at the way we use events and triggers mechanism to push events data to external parties. SDMS can raise events that can be transmitted to any generic LIMS via HTTP or a local script. So this includes supporting security tokens for authorization and authentication process, enabling pushing data via HTTP post, pushing data via local script or program, including data as arguments, or it can be your web services or any other activity. So these are multiple events that can be raised, such as when you're uploading a document, when your document workflow finishes successfully, when the document is recognized successfully by SDMS, when a version to a document is added, etc. A lot more events a system captures and triggers. One example to integration with your own LIMS system from your generic LIMS, there will need to be HTTP endpoints to our SDMS to invoke a method to check the connectivity from SDMS to generic LIMS before sending any events data. Similar endpoint URLs would be used how your LIMS will receive and process individual event data. So published SDMS, like using APIs or any other things, most of the SDMS functionalities are exposed as web services from third-party systems to be able to exchange data and services. The set of web services available in SDMS is very rich, and all these services which are deemed necessary for successful integrations are already made available in the package. So we have like a different endpoints which are included as a part of SOAP and REST-based approach. Most of the SDMS services are SOAP-based and include integration services which are meant to be used mostly by third-party LIMS systems and designer services, which are meant to be used mostly by SDMS client designer dialogues, while most of the operations are SOAP-based, like explained above. Those for uploading and downloading files, RESTful based. So SDMS is a secure system. It requires valid credentials to be presented with each request that is generated or raised by the users for both SOAP and REST protocols. Okay. Let me take you move to the standalone or code-based instruments. The major concern or a problem that we all currently look at is handling the data or managing the paper-based printouts, transcribing errors. Because once you generate a printout, the data need to be transcribed back into the LIMS system, where you need to either store the papers or the printouts which are generated from the balances. And during transcription, there is always a chance, instead of putting a weight of 50, the user might transcribe it as 51 or 52, whatever is the value. So these are the major or one of the challenge working with serial devices or portability of the solution. We would serial would be the portability of the solution. So you are not restricted to a single workstation and mapping the weight results or pH readings from single simple devices to sample IDs. One other option we are concerned we will look at is, as a part of the solution for standalone or port-based instrument, SDMS has an underlying technology layer that will allow pass-through of data from serial devices to tablets or mobile devices. So with this middle layer, SDMS can parse the data and via another mobile application perform the mapping between the related results to metadata from the external generic LIMS. The events and triggers mechanism mentioned on the previous slide will allow pushing the information as events data externally and eventually to say instrument results table in a LIMS database. So this is how from the backend. So to keep it simple, let's look at how the front end would look. So let's take a moment and think about where work usually occurs in a laboratory. Have you ever started something on your desktop and then having to go to another area of the lab where all the balances are to continue are there and you need to continue some work? At the same time, due to floor space, you do not have a facility to place your desktops or a laptops next to each of the balance. Again, if a paper printouts are used, the data used must be transcribed into LIMS at some point later in the workflow, resulting in delays and potentially introducing human errors in the transcription process, which may require rework at later stages. So laboratories can address these challenges with the use of mobile solution by connecting to the SDMS. For example, with the mobile application, you can log into SDMS, view the balance on the data screen with the metadata pulled from your LIMS system, such as sample ID, equipment ID, test code, and parameters. You can map the results from serial devices before pushing into SDMS. So let's move on to the file-based integration part now. So for file-based integration, SDMS includes various dedicated parsers for the most common document types such as PDF, Word, or maybe your DOC or DOCX format, or plain text, TXT or CSV, Excel. So after a document is uploaded, the system attempts to recognize it based on a metadata file or tags which are defined in your file and the document that uniquely identify the document. For example, an instrument ID can identify an instrument type document. So using this, the grabber functionality which was explained earlier, the grabber tool collects the files once it is placed or dropped by an equipment. When a new type of document is uploaded, SDMS parsers files automatically using a pattern match logic and algorithms that are independent of knowledge bases and dictionaries. So file recognition pattern includes the metadata files, tag files, file types, and optionally a workflow. When uploading similar documents, the system will search the meta tags in the documents and will assign the relevant file type and workflow, so which is automatically done. The initial stage we all map the parsing logics. So similar type of file system automatically manages things. Document recognition pattern includes the method for extracting the required data objects, such as it might be your keywords, tables, the graph, and transforming the raw data form from an unstructured format into a XML structured format. For all the parsed documents and any raw data files, indexing will be performed and stored in the file server component. Maybe mapping of the data to the unified XML. SDMS can extract static data to a unified XML structure to export and reuse the data. The system can reconstruct documents and the elements automatically, maybe like tables, pictures, keywords, and so on. All the file-based reports will be available in SDMS database, which opens up possibility for data analytics as well. So unified XML, let me give you a little bit brief about our understanding on the unified XML. As mentioned above, UXML is a very useful in exchanging data with LIMS and other systems. When SDMS recognizes and parse a file, it saves the extracted data as a unified XML according to the recognition or parsing template. So this has several advantages. UXML is a text, hence it is portable. It has a structure, so it is easy to find and extract pieces of information. It's consistent, no matter the format of the original file. It might be .pdf, .docx, .txt, .csv, or .xls, etc. UXML brings them all to a common denominator representation. All these features makes it possible to extract the data and publish. Let me take you through the review workflows as explained by Pradeep earlier. The workflows can be attached to the file which is generated from the equipment before pushing it to the LIMS systems. So SDMS is eventually a centralized repository for all data acquisition for a laboratory, and also at the same time being a document management system. We can highlight several important features. Stores all types of data in raw data, raw and processed formats using advanced indexing capabilities, retrieves data using advanced search and indexing capabilities, provides workflow design and management, supports retention policies with customizable approval and sign-off process. If you would like your document to be reviewed by others, you can link a document to a workflow and require steps which can include creating, reviewing, modifying, approving, exporting the data to other systems, and other actions. Permissions are assigned to the user for each of the steps of the workflow. Hence, you can see a screenshot of the workflow designer window to create new workflows or edit existing workflows. The designer is a graphical tool that allows you to build and visualize a workflow using stage boxes, squares. Just for relation, you can see it on the image, and logic operators, circles, which are connected by actions, arrows. You can just refer to them. You can also have logic operators to determine if all or some of these steps are required before processing to the next stage. In this example, the document is created in SDMS, followed by a review step, then approval step, and eventually the file content is passed on using events and triggers. So before I conclude and move to the next steps, let me just to close my part of the presentation, I would like to mention other related features available in SDMS standalone. Microsoft, we have a tight partnership with Microsoft, which allows us these workflows, tasks to be managed directly in SDMS from front end, but also allowing MS Outlook add-ins. So we have add-ons in Outlook. You can directly access this SDMS files, perform your reviews and approvals through the Outlook without opening or logging into the SDMS application. Documents that are already in the SDMS database can be checked out, edited, and then checked in to similar document management system. As you can directly operate these documents from your Word, MS Word, and execute or update, edit, whatever the transaction that can be done. All traceability related to the documents can be found within the workflow history application, displaying records of performed actions. Let me take an example. Creation information, stage review information, including any rejection or approval of instrument data will all be a part of your traceability. All of these features make it possible to extract data from multiple instruments using multiple formats and store in a regulatory compliant repositories and transfer to LIMS in a consistent manner. So that's all on a high level about the architecture and the feature capabilities of StarLIMS. Thank you, and over to Pradeep for next continuations.
Thank you, Vijay, for the wonderful one. So I would like to conclude and open up for the question answers. So this is in summary how StarLIMS SDMS can help you. StarLIMS SDMS can work as standalone system, or it can be an enterprise scale, which means if you're a small, medium-sized company, you have only one lab, it can be installed very well. It's a lightweight IT application with very less or least user interface. Or if you're a large-scale organization who has a multiple labs, very different labs from R&D to manufacturing to discovery to product development, and then you have a labs across the geographies. This can also be used as an enterprise system. You install in a one single data center, either on-premise or it can be on your cloud. It works as an enterprise scale. So that's the beauty about it. So you wouldn't need to upgrade them from a standalone to enterprise system. So enterprise system by design, by installation, by implementation, enterprise system by maintenance capabilities. It works good as both standalone enterprise system. And StarLIMS SDMS can effectively interface with your any LIMS. So irrespective of what LIMS you have, be it a small homegrown LIMS to commercially off-the-shelf systems that are available locally, or global LIMS, or with your serious systems or electronic lab notebooks, ELNs or your LES systems, or it could be with your SAP and any other lab systems for the effective interfaces without replacing them. So there is a big myth, or most of you are scared about, okay, I've already invested in the LIMS, what happens to those investments? So your LIMS investments will continue, and you can continue to have your LIMS with making a very minor changes in your LIMS. Will be able to interface with your existing LIMS without replacing it. And StarLIMS SDMS, compared to any other SDMS systems in the market, is very modern in technology. We are the newest player in the last 10-15 years. And we have the best system architecture supporting large-scale data management, storage, hundreds and hundreds of equipments, integrations seamlessly, and also store the data, capture the data at the same time they produced. In other words, assuring the Alcoa principle and 21, its system is fully 21 safe for part level. And it also helps you with other functions such as long-term storage capacity, archive the data in the original formats they have been identified and stored. And then we also have a very robust search mechanism that you can use the multiple tags and also meta tags that you will be able to search the files and the data from within the files easily. And this application is very scalable. When I say scalable, we have tried and tested in multiple geographic locations and tens of the labs, 30 to 40 different labs as a single standalone solution. So those are the differentiators. And the last but not least, this comes from 130 years of about assurance and quality and commitment. And StarLIMS has been in the market for 36 years. We being the first LIMS vendor in the market, commercially offered LIMS vendor in the market. We understand lab informatics space better than any other software-driven LIMS and SDMS companies in the market today. And we have a best proven regionally and globally lab automation product, process and people available to help you assist, choose the right solution at right cost and right time. We also help with further with the CSV validation practices as well by having our own in-house capacity as well as with the partners comes together so that we bring the best of the product, both in terms of standalone enterprise capabilities, help you integrate with your existing systems without replacing them, keep them very lightweight, very operational, and also this is the most modern technology that is being used in the SDMS today in the market. So this is scalable and easy to maintain and upgrade. And the last, of course, the assurance from the innovator like Avard and informatics innovator like StarLims for the last 36 years. So that's all from my side. Thank you for your time. And we have the sales teams in regional markets and global markets to help you assist if you have any questions.
Innovation, flexibility, integration. They're at the core of what we do. StarLims SDMS, Scientific Data Management System, is now available as a standalone product in addition to a component of the integrated solution to help clients achieve compliance with the data integrity expectations of the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, as well as other regulatory authorities. StarLims SDMS can benefit 3 types of clients. Organizations purchasing the integrated StarLims Laboratory Information Management Solution, which includes SDMS. Organizations with an existing LIMS lacking SDMS capabilities. And organizations without a LIMS seeking a standalone SDMS solution to manage their data. Abbott Informatics designed this solution specifically to help organizations comply with 21 CFR Part 11 regulations to ensure compliant record creation, audit trails, electronic signatures, and data security. StarLims SDMS can identify and store equipment data files in native formats, parse data, include extracted metadata, and does not require availability of the original software to create the record. StarLims standalone SDMS can work independently or with an integrated LIMS system to reduce the time to achieve data integrity. Even without a LIMS, the standalone SDMS can capture data in real time, back up data, protect it from deterioration and loss, and maintain the raw data as the original record. You have the option to later integrate it into the enterprise StarLims or other service, and it can also work with your existing LIMS without replacing it. Find out more about how this solution can help your organization. 1. Enhance data integrity. 2. Require less validation efforts than replacing an existing LIMS. 3. Save on investing in additional middleware or multiple data storage systems. 4. Keep your LIMS lighter and faster without replacing it. One partner, one powerful solution. StarLims.
To the Q&A round of this webinar. Now, can I please have Pradeep and Vijay back on board with us and we can start the Q&A round. All right, so the first question is a LIMS for petroleum geochemistry and food processing.
Yes, absolutely, Dr. Manbina. Yes, so the StarLims as an enterprise solution, we offer LIMS into multiple industries, including the petroleum, oil and gas. We are one of the largest vendor, and also for the F&B industry as well. So if you go with the StarLims enterprise solution, that includes your LIMS, SDMS, ELNs, analytics, and mobility as an enterprise solution. We have several global and regional customers who have tried and tested, are very successful using in the petrochemical, geological survey, and also food processing industry. We can get you more details on that.
All right, thank you. Can we have the next question on board, please? All right, what are the types of cloud offerings there?
Okay, so StarLims, as I said, it's an enterprise system, very modern in technology. It equally works well both on-premise and the cloud solution. Absolutely the same capability of what it can be installed and maintained on your on-premise. StarLims partner with Amazon Web Services, and we host the entire SDMS or full LIMS on the cloud with Amazon Web Services and offers you as a cloud subscription. It has the same capabilities, same scalability, same integration capabilities, performance, everything is assured, be it on the on-premise or the cloud. So customer just required a device to use StarLims SDMS, and without, I mean, you just don't require any other infrastructure to be installed on premise.
All right, that sounds easy. Okay, so that takes us to the next question. Can we have the next question on board, please? All right, how to interface to our ERP, financial systems, and other apps?
Okay, as I said, the answer goes back to the very modern technology. The whole system is web services and APIs enabled. We partner with several global leading vendor systems such as SAP, Microsoft systems, other serious chromatography data systems such as Waters Empower, Thermo Proliance, and also with Sartorius. If if you have one of these systems, we have a ready to use integrators that requires less effort, less cost and time to integrate them effectively. If you don't have such systems, if you have any other homegrown systems and anything that is beyond our partner systems, we will use the APIs and web services to interface them as part of the project.
All right, thank you for answering that question. Can we have the next question now? Okay, how about system performance?
Okay, yes. So I think this is very valid and makes sense because we are talking about bringing down the turnaround time, the scalability. So the StarLIMS has been tested with thousands of equipments and hundreds of users on a single enterprise architecture. So especially from the SDMS side, we have witnessed the data is captured at the same seconds within the less than a 5 second the data is produced. This is nothing but at the same time the data is produced, be able to capture and push into database securely. And performance depends on several other factors, including your size of the laboratory, number of equipments that we interface, how do you install and maintain your in-house infrastructure. We can actually recommend you, suggest you what kind of performance can be assured as part of the project consultation.
All right. Thank you so much for answering the questions. I would like to add one question from my side. So is there any version updates that keeps happening, or do you add more elements into the software time to time? How does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. This being a GLP solution is highly recommended to be on a most up-to-date system for the data security, data integrity, and compliances. And most importantly, we also see a lot of cyber security threats to most of the pharmaceutical and regulatory industries today.
Right.
So, as part of our regular AMC program, we provide at least 2 major upgrades per year, and with very minimal downtime, customer will be able to upgrade on their own with the tools and training that we provided. So the upgrades are absolutely included in our AMC. It just may require some additional service efforts or the experts effort to make them happen for each customer. Otherwise, they're very much part of our regular support activities.
Great. That sounds wonderful. Thank you so much, Pradeep. That brings us to the end of the session. It was lovely interacting with you and Vijay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, BioSpectrum, for
Thank you.